Hello, my name is Michael Griffiths. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm going to be talking about a dream I had early this morning on the 3rd of March 2017. It was a very sobering dream about a coming war and the victims, and it's very important that I share this. I typed it all out once I woke up. I had the dream. These are one of these rare prophetic dreams that were really powerful and really anointed. I'm just going to share exactly what I saw and the revelations that I've got afterwards from researching some of the points in the dream. Okay, I dreamt that I saw a missile that was aimed at a ship off the Pacific coast of Russia. So basically I saw this massive missile, and it had a whole group of other missiles around like a diagram, and it was sitting on the Russian Pacific coast, and I could see these dotted line aimed at a Pacific, into the Pacific at a ship. So it was aimed to hit the ship. The missile was huge, like a US Saturn V rocket. That was the impression I got in the dream at the time. The missile had some association with the word Chernobyl. I saw at one point a star rising into the sky, and I knew it had something to do with the missile. I heard an alarm and then saw the star. I saw it rise right up into space, and I was confused as to why. I then realized it was an ICBM. That means an Intercontinental ballistic missile, their nuclear weapons, and was going to release its warheads in space. So I saw the star rising up. I was like, is that a star? Why am I seeing a star rising in this dream? And then it turned and it started maneuvering, and then I realized I was seeing a missile launch. I saw a man, Trudeau, and he was an instigator of a war, and I saw Australia was also involved and came under missile attack from the north. Now, I don't know what this has to do with this, but I saw Australia being hit from a northerly direction by missiles as well. And then I saw these words, and it was like I heard a narrative speaking. Everything went dark, and I saw these words and heard them and felt them. The earth went red, and then the victims were remembered and were at rest. And this was the scariest part of the dream. When I saw those words, I saw placards being placed on a wall by a man, the man wearing glasses, that were a memorial to children that had died as a result of a war. As I watched, he stood and stared at one of the he placed on the wall. The placards seemed to come to life, and images of children were superimposed on each one. This seemed to happen at "We're at rest." I saw these children writing on blackboards as if they were still alive, but now were in heaven and were still doing kid-type stuff and were happy. So these kids were like victims of war, and they were like together playing and writing on these blackboards, like drawing pictures and writing stuff. And they were completely at peace. And when I saw that, I was so grieved, like I was sitting there in the dream watching it as if I was watching a movie I couldn't turn off, and it was very sad to see this, and it really affected me right in my stomach and my heart. Well, I was really grieved at what I saw, and I was sobbing in the dream as I watched this, and I was crying out to God when I was watching this and saying, help me, God, to be a better person, because this innocence that I saw and the pain that I felt, I just felt so wretched watching this. So this was basically the gist of the dream, but I just want to look at some points of it. I looked up I know the Chernobyl was a disaster in the Ukraine in 1986 of the nuclear power plant issue, but I looked up what the word Chernobyl meant, and it actually means wormwood. So, and wormwood's in the Bible, and we all know what happens in Revelations with wormwood. I'm sure wormwood was a star that fell from the heavens to the earth burning like a torch, and it poisoned everything. So I'm assuming that this missile is this war has something to do with a great poisoning of the world from some sort of nuclear war. Chernobyl means wormwood, it means bitterness. I think with my dream, what God was trying to say is that this wormwood star is associated with nuclear war and the poisoning of all the waters. I'm pretty sure in Revelations the wormwood star falls on all the rivers and makes them bitter, and people died because they drank the bitter waters, the wormwood. Thank you for watching this video and listening to what I had to say. Pray about it, think about it, give God all the glory, and know that these things happen and God's got everything in the palm of his hand. Thank you. Bye.